Every damn day.
Hello, everybody. It's Jerry at the Fledge, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 11 of Every Damn Day. And before I bring my guest on, who is a very good friend of mine, a partner in the Fledge, and critical in a lot of projects that we have in the future, I just want to talk about some of the things happening today, tomorrow, and the next day. So today we've got Text Tuesday happening at 4 o'clock, and that's from 4 to 5:30. And in a few weeks, we're going to be having the STEM Entrepreneurial Club happening as well. So look for signups for that. If you've got a kid in Lansing who has an idea for a business and they're between 7th grade and 12th grade, you can go to thefledge.com. We've got a signups link, and you can sign up for the STEM youth program. If you're a kid or you have a kid that wants to be involved, you can be a mentor for that program. So there's a sign up sheet for that. There's a sign up sheet for Every Damn Day, the show that we're doing right now, and a sign up sheet for entrepreneurial support that people might be looking for as well. So again, thefledge.com, there's a menu item called signups, and there's lots of programs you can sign up for underneath that. And then looking at Thursday, we have our crypto ecosystem meetup from 12 to 2. That's every Thursday. So if you'd like to come to the Fledge at 1300 Eureka, Lansing, Michigan, 48912, come in and learn about crypto and talk about different things that we talk about in that space. And then Thursday night, we kick off the 2022 first version of 99 Problems, but a Pitch Ain't One. And that is at 6 p.m. So if you would like to pitch, message us or send me an email, jerry@thefledge.com. And one of the integral parts of 99 Problems, I'm going to bring on the screen right now. What's up, Mark? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
I am great. You know, I always give MY a lot of credit for that beat in the intro for 99 Problems, but you made the whole video, which is super sweet and has the capital. And ironically, you're fractionalizing it into little fractals in that video.
Yes, right. I never thought of that.
So maybe we could do that again.
I'm the timer.
Yeah, you're also the timer
now, right?
Yeah, this is the guy. This is the face behind the 99.
We ruined it.
We did.
Ruined it for everyone.
Dang it. Well, we'll get someone else now. You got bigger and better things to move on to.
Trying. That's an easy one.
So I'm going to try to kind of get out of your way a little bit and just ask you, what's your story and what are some of the projects you're working on right now? And I'll probably ask you a couple questions along the way.
Okay. I don't know if anyone wants to hear my story. And I think I told my story last year a little bit more about more personal. I'm super excited what we're doing with blockchain, with NFTs, with crypto in general. At the Fledge, it's not the only place I'm working in this field right now, but it's definitely the most exciting, the most interesting. And I think one of the places where my work will have the most impact, possibly, on other people for sure. I don't know. What should we talk about? I got into coding by accident.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, at first it was a means to an end, like keeping a job, maybe getting a raise at a job, maybe getting health insurance at a job. Lucky enough to be in jobs that I could learn on the job and, advance in that way rather than going the traditional route of college courses or technical courses. I did take some college computer courses, but just at LCC. Excuse me.
LCC is one of the greatest community colleges in the nation.
I totally agree. I didn't mean to diminish them at all. not at all. Yeah. GIS is where I was trying to get a degree in GIS. I tried several times. It was either my fault or they didn't have the advanced classes. So at that time, it was a little more cutting edge, I guess. So they either couldn't find the teachers or couldn't find enough students to fill those classes for me to finish my associates. But I got a job anyway, and that was sort of the point. But this type of coding just came from taking a little bit of knowledge and applying it to something that I want to get done. I guess I have a lot of practice at like reading tutorials, deconstructing other people's code is really how I started to learn any of it at all. When I started doing the mapping stuff, I'd find something in somebody's project online, and made with the Google Maps API and just sort of tear it apart and try to get it to do stuff.
That's not how everybody learns how to code?
I don't know.
I
have no idea.
I've always been comfortable in that because you can see stuff.
Yeah.
And kind of right now, I get lost because I don't know how to set up the proper environment. I don't know how to test anything. I don't know how to run it. But I'm too old to code.
No.
Leave it to you young guys.
No, we got some stuff to do. Yeah. Like you're old anyway.
Mm-hmm.
At least 10 years older than I am.
Yeah, you can point that out anytime you want. So let me deconstruct a little bit about maybe the crypto ecosystem.
Sure.
Can you explain in mathematically how the blockchain? I'm just kidding.
Nope.
Can tell us how would you explain the blockchain to your grandma at Thanksgiving dinner?
That's a tough one.
Well, maybe not to your grandma, but what's
no. I definitely had a smart ass comment, but no. I guess immutable, but immutable is sort of one of those words like fungible and non-fungible that people don't understand unless they're playing around in the space already. Permanent is not quite right. Distributed ledger is another very specific to blockchain term that really sort of sums it up, but a lot of people don't get. No, I don't know. Help me out.
Well, I took a little bit of time last week talking to Brent Forsberg and his group about what the blockchain is, and basically said, I can have a ledger here where I write down all the money that you owe me or that I owe you, and I keep this with me all the time. And from time to time, I might erase something and put a different number in there and come to you and say, well, you owe me $50. And you're like, no, I don't. I owe you $30 in my mind. And I can be like, show me the ledger. And you don't have one. So I'm the bank and I win. So you start keeping your ledger, and then a witness comes in and starts keeping a copy of the ledger. And so when you and I disagree, this other party can come in and say, well, I agree with Mark, or I agree with Jerry. And so then if you put 4, 5, 6, 1,000, 10,000 people keeping a copy of the ledger that we can all compare, then we can agree on what's right and what's wrong. And that's a lot different than one of my banks that charges me $29 service fee some months. Like, I don't know why they do in one month and they don't in the other. And
sure,
nobody understands why.
Yeah.
So I kind of think of it like that.
Would you call that
A distributed
transparency? How about that?
Yeah, transparency. Yeah. Can't be. It's like the Wu-Tang clan. It's nothing to fuck with.
Blockchain, yeah.
So you can't forge it. You can't be fraudulent. All of that.
Yep.
So, how do you look at the blockchain Like, why is that so important?
Well, I mean, there's the thing right there is that the transparency is one. The equitability is another one that I hope that doesn't make me sound like an idealist, right? Because there's still forces out there with money that can sort of push things in their direction, right?
Right.
But yeah, ideally, it's a much more equitable solution for making decisions, having your voice heard, finance even at some point potentially. I think that's a big one. What else? I forgot your question already.
Well, like why is it important that the blockchain is in our future when it comes to financial systems? Maybe.
When it comes to financial systems,
Oh, well, I don't know.
I mean, that's a big one for me. Is that just that equitable participation? I don't know. I mean,
Let me rephrase the question. What excites you most about the projects that you're working on in the crypto space? Like, pick a project and give us an example of
any of them that are, well, lots of our systems are unfair to some degree, are broken to many other degrees. Talking about transparency, right? Let's get away from finance for a minute and just talk about having your voice heard as a member of the community. Voting, right? Government systems, city council knows how many people, voted for a specific item. Breaking up these systems that are now unfair and inequitable. There's lots of potential there, and that's what excites me a lot, right?
Yeah. I got to take a tangent for a second. There was a comment just posted. It looked like it was from the Fledge. It was not from the Fledge, and it was a phishing scam in the crypto space. So I don't know how do they pick up on that so quick.
Weird.
But yeah, we're gonna have to look into that. So do not do anything with that. You are not going to win 3,000 Bitcoin if you participate in that.
Send you my seed phrase for a chance at that Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. Tell us about NFTs. Like, what's your view on them? Why are they important?
It's tough right now. The majority of what you hear about NFTs are art. Question mark in quotes, profile pictures, generative projects.
I just had to block myself from StreamYard.
What?
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, we're being attacked pretty hard right now. So stay off the Facebook page for a minute, everyone. But keep going. Keep going.
Oh, no, this is interesting. Where are you seeing that?
They're coming up as comments underneath the video. I just blocked the user who happened to be the Fledge. So I'm gonna have to see, can I even, what happens if I comment? This is it. It's interesting on the video, kind of, but not so interesting maybe on Spotify. So
no, for sure. Okay, yeah, let's keep going then. Oh,
I don't know who said LOL.
Okay.
Funny enough.
It is hilarious. I don't know. Yeah, what were we talking about?
What your view of NFTs are?
Oh,
you said that it was tough right
that
now.
It's just much more than people realize. That this is the very beginning of their utility. There's lots more use than investment. The good profile picture projects have community backing them, which is cool. But it's even going to go beyond that for access is a big one. Participation in these systems that we're talking about, right? Proof of attendance, proof of participation, proof of, and I see that, there could be conflicts there in the future too. Resolving like, everything being anonymous versus use your NFT for, to prove that you're a resident so you can vote on, one of these things for your community. Or so there's there's a lot to work out there for sure, but it's goes way beyond pictures of,
Flies.
whatever. Flies. Yes. Punks and apes and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So like in El Salvador, they switched to Bitcoin, right? And everybody in the country, every citizen received a wallet, and I think they got $200 worth of Bitcoin or something like that. I guess I didn't block the pledge, but I sort of blocked the pledge. Super weird. They're commenting, the NFTs come to our weekly meeting.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I have a suspect in mind. Yeah.
Who is it?
Oh, wait, never mind. Maybe not. I still have a suspicion.
Okay.
Somebody
Well, we'll talk about that. So yeah, YouTube seems pretty safe. They're only coming through. So Shannon's doing the Fledge page now, so we can trust that.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening on the other, unless you have a giveaway going on and you hijacked our page.
Wasn't me.
So anyways, let's get back to the crypto stuff. What do you think, like, what was the moment that you got interested in crypto? Why did you get into crypto? Was it everyone
you were
making
kind of
millions?
badgering me about it for months, about how if I should invest $20 here and there, and look at my sweet Bitcoin ATM. And it was, I mean, that's honestly what started me reading about it, was just like, it was nothing more than, could I actually invest $20 and make it 2,000,
Mm-hmm.
But then it took years for me to sort of understand it more, and things clicked about blockchain, and then NFTs really sort of opened that up even more as far as use cases for blockchain.
It was so exciting in the beginning with just the coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of that.
Yeah. And then the whole altcoin blow up, and
and then NFTs come along, and I'm thinking, oh shit, we just went from Netscape to AOL, right?
Yeah.
We got the masses involved. The masses are talking about it. They don't understand it yet, and email's kind of dumb or whatever. But that's kind of where we're at. We're in this infancy. How exciting is that for you? Like, what do you do every day? I guess that you wake up. Are you learning something again?
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's the same process that I always used, as far as like, I mean, I read a ton, but there's always a project that I'm working on somewhere that forces me to learn something new. And that's how fast this stuff moves, and you don't want to get caught doing anything the old slow way. So tech in this space advances super fast too. So there's always a new company out there, saying they can help you, that their API is better for this reason or whatever. Or just new things to do. Like I did an NFT project recently, and everybody kind of knows how expensive gas is on Ethereum. But somebody discovered and popularized the fact that these open Zeppelin contracts that people basically considered as truth. And maybe yours was, if you didn't start from that template, yours might be a little suspect, but that, one part of this was extremely inefficient and they could cut gas by, I don't know, on these contracts by like 60% just by making small changes to these open Zeppelin contracts. So nerdy stuff, but interesting to me.
Yeah. It's fascinating to me how much people kind of think they know about crypto. Like it's super bad for the environment. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's only used on Silk Road for committing crimes. But once they start getting into it more, they realize, it can make unbankable people bankable. It can raise money for communities that are struggling, like what you're saying. What do you see like in 2022? Is crypto going to be abandoned? Is it going to be even bigger? Is Bitcoin dead?
I don't know about Bitcoin. I just read something again. I mean, every so often you hear, they're finally going to find a way to introduce smart contracts, right? That would be cool. Bitcoin's not going anywhere, but it's still, to me, it's sort of a boring, just sit there and be a speculative asset. Ethereum and these Ethereum-based chains, that's what interests me. Stuff with real utility at this point. None of it's going anywhere. But sure, I hope that same people who complain about, the environmental impact will look at it and see which chains are actually doing something about that and, which aren't. So if they have a problem
still
with
the
that,
bigger one,
then screw Bitcoin. What is it?
Visa is still the biggest drain
The
on
biggest polluter, right?
Yeah.
Because it's old.
Yeah.
It's old and done the old-fashioned way. And even, Bitcoin and Ethereum's got to move to proof of stake. So it's more, everybody's been waiting for Ethereum 2.0 forever. But that'll happen. Who knows when? I don't know.
And it's there's two avenues we could go right now: proof of stake versus proof of work and environmental concerns. Or you've said a lot of terms that people aren't necessarily going to understand. My favorite project right now that you're helping me with, and I'd like you to actually explain it back to me if you don't mind, is and Stefan's watching right now. So, hey, Stefan. Hey, Zero.
Hey, Stefan.
Hey, Don, by the way. And hey, Shannon. Getting into the studio downstairs, we have a Wise smart lock. So we have an app that will unlock that door if you're granted permission. We have our NFT projects, and we have this Web 3.0 where I'll just say where we can connect our wallet to the site, and it can look at what we own, what we possess, whatever.
Right.
The project that ties those three things together, will you kind of tell us how it works and how the importance of NFTs could be looked at from that?
Yeah, I think let me try to walk through it as a user. So if you own an NFT, you have to own a crypto wallet. So, not everybody. You have a wallet. MetaMask is the most popular wallet probably still. So what you can do is just go to a web page on your phone, on your laptop, whatever. Click a button that connects your wallet to our web page, but more importantly to the blockchain, and reads from the blockchain your account number in your wallet, determines whether you own one of these flies. If you own one of these flies, will allow you to click another button that then connects to the Wise, runs some code, in this case, Python, and connects to that Wise account and opens the door, unless you're Stefan.
Or Stefan-like behavior.
Oh,
Stefan will be the first one who ever has the NFT that opens that door, in my
nice.
opinion.
I agree.
But I think that the reason I love this use case is because it demonstrates the power of what NFTs really could be. They're not just, I took a picture of whatever and loaded it and sold it for $6 million.
Right.
There's unlockable things. There's mystery in the future. There are keys that come with the title to that icon or that piece of art, if you will, that
Mhm.
open up so many things. Do you have a particular use case like that you're excited about?
No, that's going to be the first one that's like practical like that. I'm just started getting thinking about it. So
Yeah. I'm so excited to be, on a tour of the Fledge and say, hey, if you have this NFT and this, all you have to do is go here,
right.
and it's going to be amazing.
Yep. It's close too. It's not a big project,
Yeah. We have spent a lot of time inviting our community to participate, right? When you look at the, I can't block this person.
I see it now.
Anyways, I'll keep deleting their comments. They can go. It's so horrible how predatory this ecosystem is. And
It is.
to our community right now, I'm telling you, come to one of our crypto meetups. We're not trying to take advantage of you. We're trying to teach and warn and show. If we say buy Bitcoin, we're not actually going to say that to you. We don't know your position. Maybe that $20 is best spent on your electric bill or something like that. But what we do want to do is get the people that look like us in our community coming in to the ecosystem, because frankly, and people are going to say there's two of them right there, but this ecosystem, the next potential monetary system, is being built by relatively wealthy white people, white men.
Yeah, resemble half of that.
Yes.
Not wealthy.
And I want to get that equity going, not just in the value of this new system, but in the building of the new system, making
sure.
it fair. So, we got a few minutes left, and let's promote, so everyone can find the Fledge projects on fldg.io, right? Everything you want to know.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, go ahead.
we have most of the info up there, and we'll continue to use that site to show off our new projects
and evolve and all of that. Tell us about some of your other projects that you're working on and promote them a little bit, and how can we get people pointing towards that?
Probably Twitter is the best. OX Eureka is my sort of development Twitter. So one project is working with a team from Michigan on one of those, and I don't mean to discredit or diminish them in any way, but a PFP project, an NFT project. But they have some interesting stuff going on. The artist is amazing. They have a charitable component to it. They have big plans to use some of the money to make an animated series and some other cool things. Working on another NFT project with another guy who I thought I saw was creeping on here.
The jeweler?
The jeweler, yes. And I'm not sure how much he wants me to talk about it, but it's interesting in its own way. It involves a little more DeFi, a little more complicated contracts that are moving coins around. And that sort of sounds shady, but it's not. It's building up some other smaller or mid-sized coin communities.
He says, "Talk, man, talk."
Oh, yeah.
Spell my name right.
But yeah, that's if you look at my Twitter, that stuff,
All of it's there.
Pretty constant. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So last thing as we wrap up here.
Yep.
What advice can you give to people out there about what they should do with crypto? Stopping short of go buy $10,000 worth of Bitcoin because it's on sale right now.
Yeah.
How can people get involved in crypto in a way that, is dipping their toe in?
Look at Twitter. Crypto Twitter is super positive. Like you're saying, I don't know, somehow jerks and scammers get pushed out of there, right?
Yeah.
It's a super positive community. You'll see a lot more of people promoting each other, people promoting interesting projects that aren't just money grabs, that aren't, telling you where you should invest, but actual, use cases like we've been talking about. That's more or less where I started, and I'm inspired by it, because of the positivity. So, more the main news you hear is bad. This exchange got hacked, everything's down 20% and stuff like that, but there's just way more to it. But then the weekly Fledge meetings, right? That's what you're looking for, actually.
Well, it's part that. It might be just, get a MetaMask wallet and
buy a fly.
Buy a fly, or buy an XDAI bot, or buy a dumb thumb, or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Buy an NFT, join the community, see what it's about. Yeah.
And buy that with money you have. It's not the lotto. You're not going to buy an NFT for $20 today and sell it for $2 million tomorrow.
Right.
That's a lotto ticket. It's going to be very rare.
Exactly. Yeah. So, maybe it happened more a year ago, but even then it was, it was rare.
And we talk a lot about NFT projects as being a way to raise money. And I equate them to, what's it called? Kickstarter projects, where there are some successes and people raise $1 million or millions of dollars for their project, but that's a rare thing. You're not going to just create an NFT project and start selling for millions. That's going to be very, very rare. And there's techniques for it. And I'm super happy with what you've done for us. We've only sold a few hundred NFTs, but it's a new way to make money. It's a new way to give access to people. It's a new way to look at radical inclusion within the Fledge, which is weird because it almost seems exclusive, but I love what you do. I love how much you have helped us get to where we're at. People don't know that, from the Fledge Music Group to some of the software projects we've done before to what we're doing in the crypto space, you are the person behind that. And I hope they see your face now without my face.
I appreciate that. But, I almost prefer being the guy behind the guy.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Well, primus inter pares, man, you're going to have to come to the top of the V sooner or later. So
thanks,
Mark. Thank you so very much for everything you do and for coming on the show. And everyone, that's a wrap. That's another Every Damn Day. We will see you tomorrow, and come to our meetings. Thefledge.com/events has everything you need to know when we're doing stuff here. So check it out. Thanks, Mark. I will talk to you later.